All right, thanks, Mark. Here with Bears General Manager Ryan Poles. We made it to Week 18, and congrats, Ryan, on the strong finish over these last dozen games, 7-5, and with the knowledge the record could or should have been even better. Does it rip your heart out at times with what you could have been at this moment in the season, a playoff contender and all that, with those near misses?
Yeah, it's hard to look back and see some of those games that you wish you had back and finished, especially the ones that you dominated early for three and a half quarters. But at the same time, I've learned from either playing the sport or being a part of it, by not finishing those games, there's a sign of, we weren't there yet. We weren't mature enough yet. We weren't executing at the right level yet, and it allowed us to sit down and look at our strengths and weaknesses and continue to improve and really focus on where we weren't ready for. So it's hard to look back at those. It's painful when you tally it all up, but at the same time, we needed to go through that as a football team to get better.
What'd you love about the win over Atlanta?
Yeah, I love really strong performance from start to finish. I think that was critical. You love the turnovers, you love the explosive plays, you love the ground and pound. Really, just being able to do a lot of really cool things and be versatile. And I love when guys make big plays. So to see DJ and Justin link up, Herbert for long runs, Tyreek, with his interceptions, the pressure from our front group. Just love seeing our guys make plays and play with a lot of energy and passion, and they were having fun. And that was probably the one thing that stood out the most, was our guys are having fun playing. Yeah,
including Justin, and some of his runs were unbelievable. And, the crowd, what did you think of the crowd, giving him a lot of love out there on Sunday? And in turn, he loved them back, walking around the stadium, shaking hands. It was a good visual.
It was a great visual, and I think that's one of the cooler parts of this season is we got a lot of our wins and made a lot of progress at home for our home fans to see, and they've had a lot of patience, and they kept coming out and showing their passion for the team, and we're able to really just start to turn the page and see what this team's capable of in the future and share those moments with our home crowd. And I love the passion and the love they have for Justin and this football team, and it's just going to continue to grow and get better.
Yep, best home record since 2018 as it finishes up. All right, recognition moments. Tyreek Stevenson, you just alluded to it. NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He's been the most targeted corner in the NFL. He's given up the most catches. He's making plays, and he's never backed down.
Yeah, never backed down. I think you got to give a lot of credit in different areas. One, it's to our coaching staff. John Hoke's done an unbelievable job with Tyreek. He coaches him hard, but he loves him up. Because he wants him to be great, because there's traits there that will allow him to be a really good corner in this league, and you've seen the progress as we've gone along. And then our scouting staff, the one thing we've talked about, and I think I've had a few press conferences, we talked about bringing guys in that have a high level of resilience and mental toughness. Because especially as a rookie, you're going to have those down moments, you're going to have some doubt. But the kid just kept fighting, had a high desire to improve. I love the fact that, Jalen Johnson, put him underneath his wing and coached him up, and they just got better together. So really happy for him getting some recognition, and that's only going to continue to improve.
Pro Bowls, Montez Sweat and Jalen Johnson, you guys are very creative in letting them know how it all happened. I think they got a kick out of it. Just your perspective. And then those who had a strong case like T.J. Edwards and DJ Moore who didn't.
Yeah, with Jalen and Montez, those guys deserved it. They played at a high level, and they helped us win games, and that's critical. So now that they've been put on that platform, and we expect them to stay there and bring others along with them. We loved having that little surprise. It was cool, having Jalen's family in there as well. Really proud of both of them. There's a lot of love for both of those guys, and then we had quite a few guys. We had about 7 guys that were just on the edge of getting into the Pro Bowl. To me, as a roster builder, that shows progress. We're heading in the right direction. We're bringing in the right guys. Those calls you didn't see, and those were the coolest ones, because just telling those guys they're on the right path, and I can't wait to see their progress next year so they get over the hump and get that type of recognition. We got 7 hungry guys that are going to be in the mix next year.
So those like Pro Bowl alternate type things. Okay,
Yep.
I didn't see those.
Yeah, you won't see those. Don't ask me who's on it either.
In total, I know there's a game yet to be played here today, but how far has this team come? It's 120 days, believe it or not. Nice round number after they open with the Packers and now close against the Packers.
Yeah, this team's come a long ways. I think the ability that they've been able to play together. You see that on defense, the communication, everything's in sync. They're playing hard and finishing and impacting the game. And then on offense, Justin continues to grow and build that connection with DJ for explosive plays. Cole's had an outstanding season. So I really want to see those guys finish on a high level and really put a cherry on top of this season and the growth that we've seen.
What is the best way to describe the job Matt Eberflus has done to keep this all together when it could have easily come apart at the seams?
Yeah, you can go back to the original press conference and things that I was looking for. One is leadership and the mental toughness and the steady hand to really captain the ship when the seas are rough. And they got rough at certain times. Certainly last year, early this year, there was some sudden change. And he was steady at the wheel. He fought, to get back above water and get things the way they were. His ability to adapt and adjust, really take input from the players to get this thing on the right path was incredible. Where I think a lot of people would have been in really bad shape and crumbled to the pressure. He got better with the pressure, and so did our football team.
What will the process look like next week as you evaluate the coaching staff?
Yeah, we will evaluate the coaching staff, the players, just get a holistic look on where we are, how far we've come, and go from there. So looking forward to that process because the goal is just continue to get better.
Then the offseason will begin, and you have the number one pick. Congratulations on that, the virtue of some masterful work on that end of it, right?
Yeah, that worked out really well. This one feels a little bit different. I feel like it's something you can actually celebrate rather than being your own record. But we're in a good situation. Our money situation's healthy. We have young, talented players on our roster, and we have a ton of flexibility to continue to improve and add players to our team to help us become championship caliber team.
Stronger roster, and you will have a quarterback decision no matter what you elect to do. Do you feel like you're working, though, from a position of strength?
Yeah, working from a position of strength and just going to continue to keep an open mind and look at all options. I'm excited for that opportunity.
Does having this year's number one feel different than having last year's based on what's available and where you feel this team is at from a building and structure standpoint?
Yeah, I do. This draft seems to be very strong, which is always a good thing. It's going to allow us to continue to add talent in certain positions that are going to help us win championships. So we're definitely excited about the opportunity. There's also opportunity to, use where we're at to, continue to give us ammunition down the line too. So there's just so many options, but all of them are going to benefit this football team.
Will have learned through the process of last season affect you experience standpoint this offseason?
Absolutely. There's so many lessons to be learned every year. If that's throughout the season, just roster management, if that's relationships, leadership standpoint, all the way to making decisions on the draft and free agency. So every year you get more and more comfortable. You learn more and more lessons that allow you to be stronger, and it should pay off for us for sure.
The Bears will be the talk of the league again. There's no question. It'll go on for months. There's going to be rumor mill city. How do you keep the noise to a level that is constructive? Because it may involve some of your players as well.
It'll be a season of information gathering. But I'll tell you this. I think it was just yesterday I deleted Twitter, so I no longer look at that and won't until May. So I love our fans, but I'm taking very little advice from the bird. Or it's not the bird anymore, it's the X. But yeah, just clear mind. Going to have a clear mind, lean on the people I trust, and I have a lot of them, and we're going to make good decisions. But I think it's important to really maintain the clear mind so you make sound decisions like we've done from the very beginning.
We tend to get emotional about Bears Packers in this burg over here in Chicago. So I asked you before week one of the game, was that bigger than just one game on the schedule for the Bears given what Green Bay has done against the Bears? I'll ask you again if that's the case here today.
Yeah, anytime you're talking about the division, it's important to win division games. I said it from the time I got here. We need to take the North, and we're taking strides to do that. But this one's big. We would have, gone through, at least had a win on each divisional opponent, and really want to close this out on a high note by beating the Packers. It really shows that we're heading in the right direction to do exactly what we talked about from the very beginning. Everyone knows the rivalry, feels the rivalry, but at the same time, our focus here in the building is focusing on ourselves in terms of executing at a high level so we can get a win. What
do you see now when you watch Jordan Love play?
Yeah, he's developed. He's been poised in the games that I've seen. So it's going to be important, for our pass rush to make him uncomfortable and make some mistakes so we can get ourselves in a good situation to win.
I think one of the most difficult challenges of playing any team is for a long period of time in the division if you're continually turning the ball over. And we're on a tough spot right there with turnovers against Packers over the years. Obviously, because of Aaron, he didn't turn the ball over much. To me, it's super important today. Would you agree?
Yeah, it's definitely important today. I think it's important every week.
Yeah.
The beautiful thing is there's been an emphasis here, and we're trending in the right direction just in terms of our defense taking the ball away and our offense protecting it much better than we have from the beginning of the season, even last year. So we need to continue to keep that so we can get that plus-minus ratio flipped the other way here.
All right, Scout's Eye, local product, Jaden Reed, Naperville Central product, Michigan State wide receiver, 90 targets. He's had a heck of a rookie season.
Yeah, talented kid. We had him here on a few visits, being a local kid. Really talented, good route runner, good hands, someone that's going to be productive in this league. So we're going to have to account for him and match up and make the day, long for him. So real talented kid. We'll have to keep our eye on him.
All right, Ryan, appreciate all the time you've given this year to talk to our fans and here on ESPN Radio and the Bears Radio Network. Great job, and we look forward to 2024 in a big way.
Thank you.
That's Bears General Manager Ryan Poles. Mark, back to you.